Bitcoin for Beginners, the ultimate guide to understand how Bitcoin works. Discover the most profitable strategies to invest and trade cryptocurrency like a market wizard. Written by Matthew Reed. Narrated by Jim Rising. Chapter 1. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin, BTC, XBT, is a cryptocurrency, otherwise called cryptographic currency. In the case of the unitary denomination, it is written Bitcoin, and in the case of the peer-to-peer payment system, it is written Bitcoin with a capital B. The idea was first presented in November 2008 by one person or a group of people under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. The source code for the implementation of Bitcoin was released in 2009. The G20 considers Bitcoin to be a crypto asset. The term crypto asset refers to virtual assets stored on an electronic wallet, allowing a community of users accepting them in payment to carry out transactions without having to resort to legal tender. Operation. To create and manage Bitcoins, Bitcoin relies on software. In this software, Bitcoins are created according to a protocol that pays the agents, called miners, who have processed transactions. These agents use their computing power to verify, secure, and record the transactions in a virtual ledger called the blockchain. The word blockchain comes from the fact that the basic entity of Bitcoin is called a block, and that the blocks are then connected in a chain. For each new block accepted, the verification security recording activity, called mining, is remunerated by newly created Bitcoins and by the costs of the transactions processed. As a currency or a commodity, Bitcoin can be exchanged for other currencies or commodities, goods, or services. The cryptocurrency exchange rate is set on specialized marketplaces and fluctuates according to the law of supply and demand. It is possible to buy Bitcoins online on specialized platforms, physical terminals, or in exchange for any good or service with a person who already has them. The transaction can be done from smartphone to smartphone. The platforms also make it possible to follow in real time the evolution of the price of Bitcoin compared to other currencies or cryptocurrencies. Account unit. Bitcoin's unit of account is Bitcoin with a small b. Its emission is limited to 20,999,999.977 units, each divisible to the 8th decimal place, called Satoshi or Sat. The official currency symbol was registered and accepted in 2015 with Unicode. The corresponding acronyms used by the exchange platforms are BTC and XBT. Among the unofficial symbols used are B with a vertical slash through it and capital B with a small slash through the bottom portion. Decentralization. The system operates without a central authority or a single administrator. It is managed in a decentralized manner thanks to the consensus of all the nodes of the network. Bitcoin is the largest decentralized cryptocurrency with a capitalization of over $1 trillion as of April 5, 2021, $130 billion as of January 1, 2020. Means of payment. As a means of payment, Bitcoin is accepted by a growing number of merchants, encouraged by transaction fees generally lower than the 2 to 3% charged by credit card organizations, and independent of the amount of the financial transaction. However, in 2017, the fees increased dramatically over the course of a few months, from 0.2 in 2016 to $20 on certain days in December 2017, so that the Steam platform or Microsoft withdrew Bitcoin as a payment method, precisely because of the too high transaction fees. Microsoft again authorized Bitcoin in January 2018. In order to address the issue of excessively high transaction fees, the gradual rollout of various technology enhancements, SegWit, Lightning Network, batch transactions, Schnorr, throughout 2018 and 2019 allowed fees to drop to around 0.05 for non-urgent transactions, and even amounts less than 0.0001 for Lightning-type transactions. Unlike credit cards, any charges are borne not by the seller, but by the buyer, who chooses to pay them voluntarily.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?